TJ Turchin. 9, Logan Char. 10, Hunter Reed. Number 11, Colton Abbott. 12, Riley Coolin. 13, Ryder Alexander. 14, Ryder Giles. 15, Ethan Feeder. 16, Samuel McCassie. 17, Zach Seymour. Number 18, Jack Cowley. 19, Caleb Lewis. 21, Noah Shepard. Number 23, Parker Law. And 29, Aiden Lee.
Yeah, still puddles out there. No wonder they give you so much time. And here they come for game one. I can't believe how much water is still out there. It's been like almost 15 minutes. Mindful of the no netting. on the water. With the water in front. That's worse than bonnets. The fastest 3 minutes of my life. Weird. Hi.
Welcome, hockey fans, to this game this evening between your Vortex Junior Little Barons and the Grand Prairie Storm. At this time, we ask you to rise if you're able, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
That was really cool. I like Melissa. Starting lineup today, James Reed in net, Grayson Richardson, Cade Bisson on the blue line, Brogan Jones at center, Zeman and Cormac on the wings. Oh yeah, please do. I dare you. Do it. Brogan Jones in to take the face-off of period number 1. Richie, the forward motion. Ooh, we are like too close in this rink today. Offside. Ooh. Fort McMurray winning that one. Zeman up to Cormac. Cross ice, just misses Jones. Zeman able to keep it in. Fort McMurray sending it all the way down ice. Reed will play it behind the net. Jones dumps it in, goes for a change. Zeman in on his own. Tower off the bench, able to keep it in. Gets a shot and in. Tower makes it a quick one. 1901, Storms on the board first. Tower in for the face-off. Up just in front of Henrik Rushton there. You gotta make a change. That one goes off the side of Reed's net. They'll get it back to the point. Shot through traffic. Gets loose. Humphreys clearing the people out of the zone there. Oh, long pass for Robinson. Just step behind him. Tower in the corner. Far side. Rushton on the boards. There to pick it up. Nope. Fort McMurray sending it back in deep. Dvorak playing defense here today. Chips it up to center ice. It bobbles just past Jones. Richardson keeping it onside, sends it into the corner. Clark Lacey joining us for the weekend, playing it behind the net. Over to Langley on the far side, chipping it up, doesn't quite clear it out. Fort McMurray trying to dump it back in, bounces it off their own player's shin pads. Long pass picked up by Cormac. He's got to wait for Bowers to clear the zone. He'll send one towards the goalie. Goalie will cover up. Oh, well, no, he'll play it. That pass just misses the Fort McMurray player. Richie picks it up behind the net. Ooh, chips it up just to side of Reed. A little too close. Back to the point. Shot through traffic. That one's deflected high and wide. Richie into the corner up to Zeman. Another shot through traffic. Rattle. Reed will kick that out with the pad save. Clark clears it out. Fort McMurray sending it back into the Storm zone. Ritchie behind the net. Up to Zeman on the boards. Doesn't quite get his stick on it. Fort McMurray will pick it up at their blue line. Towers putting the pressure on. Blocker saved by Reed. Comes back out. Fort McMurray not able to get the rebound shot. Zeman clears it out. Fort McMurray dumping it back in. There's a touch on that one, so no icing as the boys go for a change on the back end. Rushton and Jones in the play. Bisson bats it down, sends it over to Humphreys. Bisson with a little poke check. Humphreys behind the net. Backhand pass around the boards. Doesn't quite, does clear it out as it gets past the Fort McMurray player who was trying to play it with a skate. Rushton over to Jones. Jones with a backhand attempt goes high and wide. McMurray dumping it in. Robinson on the boards. He'll take a hit. Robinson will dump it in and go for a change. Tower and Langley in to put the pressure on while the back end changes. Clark, whiffed on it, trying to keep it in as Fort McMurray brings it down nice. He sits him down for his troubles. Reed will whip it around the boards. Tower gets by, gets a shot. Rebound comes out, batted into the corner. Tower picking it up in the neutral zone, circles around, sends that pass up to Langley. Langley with a shot, and the goalie will, sorry guys, hold on for the save. Face-off, Fort McMurray zone. Brogan Jones in for the face-off. He wins that one, back to Clark Lacey. Clark with a shot through traffic, hits a blue jersey in front. Clark Lacey laying a big hit behind the net. Pass intercepted by Zeman. He'll skate it down. He gets stopped in his tracks at the red line as Fort McMurray turns it around. Reed behind the net, over to Ritchie. Ritchie gets hit in the corner. Somebody. Devo over to Ritchie, gets that up to Cormac. Cormac trying to get it to Zeman. Bobbles over some sticks and gets there. He can't get the shot off before he's pushed off the puck. That puck will come all the way down to the Storm zone. Humphreys will play it in the corner. Gets that pass up to Robinson, got the touch, so no icing. Ritchie holding it in, shot from the blue line, misses the net, goes around. Humphreys got it on the other side, sends it back into the corner. Rushton and Robinson combining to keep that one in. No shot. There's a shot on James Reed. He'll hold on tight for the faceoff. Tower in to take the faceoff. Ritchie and Humphreys on the blue line. Robinson and Rushton on the wings. That comes back to the defenseman. Shot from the blue line. Rebound comes up. Ritchie clears it out, gets it up to Robinson. He's got no one to pass to. He'll skate it down the boards. Rushton calling for it. Can't quite get it through traffic. Fort McMurray with a drop pass. We got one-on-one. Clark Lacey blocks that shot. Jeepers. Good thing these boards are bouncy. That Could have been a hit there for sure. Jones in for the face-off. Oh, Bowers was off to the races, got stopped in his tracks. Jones passing in front of the net. Over to Bisson, gets it up to Langley. Langley will backhand it down through the neutral zone. Jones in a race. That pass bounces off the stick. Clark Lacey battling. Oh, holds back from a hit as the Fort McMurray player was going down. Jones and Lacey battling in the corner. Clark comes out with it, sends it up and out. Listen behind the net. Bats it out to a blue jersey. They can't get the shot off. Forces him into the corner. Ooh, a quick shot from the blue line. Goes high and wide. Comes to the other side. They'll opt to send it behind the net. Lacey off the boards. Blue liner holding it in. Gets that cross pass for the one-timer. No shot. Sends it out front. Doesn't make that pass either. And Langley up to Bowers. Just got to step by his man, but that long stride caught him with the back check. That's a tall kid. That one hit the score clock. Is a little bit of a delayed whistle there. Tower will be in for the face-off. Zeman, Cormack, Dvorak, and Richardson out there. Fort McMurray flipping it up and out into the neutral zone. Just bounces over Dvorak's. He plays it behind his own net. Ritchie tries to bat around the corner. Does not clear the zone. Another shot from the blue line. That'll be set aside by James Reed. That one goes cross ice. Richardson having some time to get that one out. Fort McMurray sending it back in deep. We got to remember to watch the puck here. There's no netting to protect. Oh, pass to Cormack out front. Stuck in his tracks, but Zeman's there. Cross ice to Tower. Tower, Cormack, and Zeman in there. Zeman couldn't get the shot. That one goes up and out into the cheap seats. Gonna go through a lot of pucks here today, I think. Jones comes on for the face-off. Fort McMurray flipping it up and out. No to the icing because we've already got lots of snow here on this soft surface. Up to Robinson, gets that cross ice to Rushton. Rushton trying to get by his man, can't quite do what he wants. Into the corner it went. Fort McMurray turning it around, coming down the boards. Humphreys with a hit on the boards. Robinson into support. Puck comes out, neutral zone. Into the corner. Humphreys able to clear it out, but it doesn't hit anybody, so that'll be icing. Lincoln Tower in for the face-off. Fort McMurray getting their stick on that one, sends it towards net. Reed opts to cover up for a face-off. Langley far side gets it out to center. Bowers gotta go. Fort McMurray sending it in deep. He wins the race to the puck behind the net. Storm coming out with it. Langley gets it up to Tower. Tower up the far boards, cuts across the center. Quick shot goes off an ankle and into the cheap seats. I hope they have an endless bucket of pucks in there. Where's the little kids to go collect them? Jones in for the face-off. Zeman and Cormack on the wings. Dvorak and Richardson on the blue line. Back to Dvorak. Sends it back into the corner. Cormack behind the net. Centering pass. Jones gets an opportunity. Glove save by the Fort McMurray goalie. Wasn't too sure there. It's a very underwhelming response on both sides. So Fort McMurray bringing it down ice. Ritchie with a swipe out. That one just cleared the blue line enough to be offside for Fort McMurray as Storm reset. Dvorak behind the net, looking for an option. Over to Ritchie in the corner. He takes it off the boards, hits Jones, and bounces back to the Fort McMurray player, who sends it to the far corner on what we might call a shot attempt. I'm not sure. Zeman gets it up just behind Cormack at center. Fort McMurray cutting through. Reed's gonna hold on as Jonesy slides into him. Sorry, man, I couldn't stop. Or thanks for stopping me, I don't know. Tower in for the face-off. Tower wins that one. Clark Lacey in the corner. It's got it pinned into the boards. Tower cross ice just behind Henrik Rushton. Hits a Fort McMurray player in the neutral zone. Tower in the corner. Humphreys on the far boards. Rushton there with him. Goes back to Tower. Oh, a penalty coming to Fort McMurray. Terry Tower carrying it down ice as Reed gets off for the extra player, and out goes the puck. Fort McMurray going to the box. 2 minutes for slashing. Storm power play. Jonesy battling at the face-off circle. Fort McMurray clearing that one all the way down. Reed will play it as Ritchie skates behind the net with it. Fort McMurray. Oh, that one bounced off Reed's foot. Almost a whoops-a-daisy there. Ritchie just ahead of Bowers. These guys can't quite get control as Fort McMurray sends it back in. Reed sending it into the corner. Ritchie sending around the boards. Langley waiting for it here. Bowers gonna overskate it. Langley gets it to Bowers. Bowers sending it forward. Jonesy all tangled up behind the play. Ritchie looking for an option. Drops it back to Langley. Langley over to Tower. Back to Langley with a shot pad save. Comes out. Can't clear the zone. Ritchie over to Bowers. Bowers with a shot. Ooh, hits, I think, the inside of the leg of the Fort McMurray player. That one stung. Back up to Bowers. Over to Richie at the blue line. Not enough time. Bowers with the shot. Pad save. Comes out again. Rushton in the corner. Just misses Bowers and out it comes. Reset in the neutral zone. With 37 seconds left in the power play. Richie whips it across ice. Tower's gonna skate it. Hold it. Ooh. Off his stick as Fort McMurray comes down on a short-handed attempt. Dvorak gives him
Come on, boys! Short-handed!
Oh! Aiming at the coaches. Puck goes into the Storm bench. Face-off in the Storm zone with 17 seconds left on the Storm power play. Tower in for the face-off. Tower sends that one back behind the net. Fort McMurray picking it up. Cade Dvorak all over him. Chips it up and over Shea Zeman. Fort McMurray whipping it back down ice, deep into the Storm zone. Bisson picking it up. Over to Dvorak behind the net. Back to Bisson, who wasn't there. Who will pick that? Cade Cormack to Zeman at center. Zeman cross ice to Tower. Tower loses it at the blue line. As we're even strength with 4:05 left to play here in the first. Dvorak pushed off the puck. Only we got a tangle up happen in front of the net. The arms up. Looks like it's going to be a Fort McMurray penalty. Zeman sends it just ahead of Tower as Reed gets off for the extra man. Tower sends it home. Tower with goal number 2, making it 2-0 for the Storm. Brogan Jones in to take the face-off. Fort McMurray able to circle around and get a shot just wide of the net. Humphreys battling his man in the corner. Whoops. Jones behind the net. Clark Lacey over there with him. Jones looking to pick up some speed. Puck stops in the snow with 3 minutes left. There's a lot of snow built up here. That shot going way wide of James Reed. Another one comes out. Bounces off the pad. Comes back. That's a nice, we'll say off the shoulder save. Humphreys clearing it out. That'll be another icing call. Clark Lacey getting the assist on Tower's second goal. Bowers in for the face-off. Fort McMurray with a quick one out off the draw. Didn't get the shot back into the corner. Zeman's got it. He chips it out to the neutral zone. Langley couldn't quite get the step on it. Fort McMurray bringing it back down ice. Richie's got it in the Storm zone. Cross ice to Dvorak. Hits Zeman at the blue line. Gets Byman down. All the way down comes Fort McMurray, pushed all the way behind the net, backhand cross ice pass, doesn't get a shot off. Richie not letting him through. Langley in the far corner. Oh my gosh, that puck is not moving. Bowers able to kick it out and bring it out. He passes up to Zeman. Zeman will dump it in as the boys go for a change. Fort McMurray pass attempt missed. Clark Lacey picking it up, sends it over to Robinson on the boards. Robinson gets it out front. Goalie sends it out just past Clark Lacey. Brogan Jones opting to play the body. No one playing the puck there. Bisson's all tied up with him. Jones pokes at it. Jones comes out with it and pass behind Ryder Robinson. Doesn't clear out. That one comes out to Fort McMurray as Reed holds on. Jones in the faceoff and wins it to the corner. Dvorak in the corner. Tries to chip it up the boards. Fort McMurray briefly has it. Jones picked it up. Fort McMurray took it from him. That one comes out to the blue line. Hard shot through traffic. Hits the backboards hard. Another hard shot from the defenseman. Goes way wide of the net. Comes out to the neutral zone. 42 seconds left in the first period. Lacey go, Lacey go. Oh, Lacey hits the ref. That one goes wide to Reed as he couldn't quite see it. Reed will hold on. Rushton trying to chip it behind him. Goes straight to a Fort McMurray player. They get a shot way wide. Zeman chopping at it to clear it out and down. Fort McMurray, oh my gosh, sending it back in. Zeman sending it back down. 2 seconds left in the first period. Storm will take the first period 2-0 as they go to intermission. Long intermissions. They really, really, really flood the ice here. Puddles, puddles, puddles. Tower making friends. Nobody in any rush to play on this wet stuff.
What are you waiting for?
Starting the second period will be Clark Lacey and Ethan Humphreys on the blue line, Robinson and Rushton on the wing, and Tower at center. They really think they're gonna... Okay. The puck's gonna stick on the face-off dot, but here we go. Tower in for the face-off. Jeez. Fort McMurray bringing it down. Into the corner it goes as Clark Lacey bats it away. Centering pass goes off some feet. They get a shot. Rebound comes out. Reed dives to cover it. Oh, and they're slashing at him after the play. Tower in for the face-off in the corner. That one comes up to Rushton, tries to get it up to Robinson. He's got to reach for it a little bit. He'll dump it in deep. Humphreys from the blue line, shot through traffic. That one just goes wide of the net, around, gets by Clark Lacey. Henrik Rushton back checking. Humphreys looking for an option, gets it up to Robinson. What a slow motion sequence of events that was. Fort McMurray with a long shot from their bench. That one bounces off everything as they bat away out front, and they get it by James Reed to get Fort McMurray on the board. Two-one, Storm leads. 18:40 left in the second. Jones in for the face-off. Jones and Cormack able to keep that in the Fort McMurray zone. Jones behind the net, loses it in a puddle. Seaman over to Cormack, can't get the shot off. Back to Devo at the blue line, he'll hold it in. Goes off Jonesy's feet into the corner. Zeman trying to pick it up. Couldn't quite get his stick on it as Fort McMurray carries it out. Lost it in traffic. Who sent that cross? Richie sends it up behind Zeman. Fort McMurray offside. Face-off outside the Storm zone. Tower in for the face-off. Goes off a bunch of feet. Langley coming out with it. He'll opt to send it back to Richie in the Storm zone. Cross ice to Bisson. Circles around. A pass intercepted. Richie bats that one away. No shot. Fort McMurray picking it up in the corner. Ooh, ref's in the way. Also bouncing it off the net again. Comes out front. Langley's there to pick it up. Can't keep control. Up to Bowers. He's got Tower with him. Tower doing some fancy footwork out there. Bisson comes in, sends it into the corner, goes behind the net. Bowers laying a hit in the corner. Richie at the blue line looking to get it through traffic. He'll send it behind the Fort McMurray net. Comes not quite back. Bowers with a hit in the corner. Off the boards. Richie pinches, heaps it in. Towers gotta get there. Sends it cross ice hard to Bowers. Bowers takes a second to control. He'll drop it back to Cade. Bisson just missed him. Richie's there to pick it up. Sends it up. No one there. Fort McMurray with a centering pass, comes out, hits the feet. Langley with a backhand pass. Fort McMurray there to keep it in. Oh, Jonesy goes down behind the net. There's a centering pass, hit Richie out front. Richie tries to get it out. Blocker save by James Reed. Icing will be the call here as we've got some tired defensemen on the Storm blue line. Jones in for the face-off. Jones couldn't quite get the pass across. Humphreys gets it just ahead of Robinson, and that's icing. Back to the Storm zone for the face-off. Same place, same people. Jonesy in the face-off circle. Fort McMurray winning that one. That goes back. Rebound comes out. James Reed able to get over and kick that one out as they had him wide open on the blocker side. Into the corner. Fort Mac gets it out. Oh, Ryder Robinson with the intercepted pass. Sends it down ice. Fort McMurray playing it behind the net. Humphreys into the corner. Gets it by one, and they bounce it out. Fort McMurray sending it in deep, having to go reset. Clark Lacey picking it up behind the net. He's got someone coming in hot. Misses Robinson. Towers there to pick it up at center. Oh, and he holds it in. Barely. Tower gets the shot. Oh, rings it off the post. They'll flip that one up just above, over Humphrey's head, I guess. Zeman trying to chip it up. Fort McMurray sending it in deep. Humphreys in the corner. Not able to clear it out. Shot picked up by Clark Lacey. He is attempting to hit Cormac on a long pass. It's Thought it was in his glove, bounced out. Fort McMurray with a one-timer, goes in, tying the game at 2. (14-17). Fort McMurray ties it up. Tower in for the faceoff. Dvorak sending it up. Tower's got a step. All kinds of hooked up as he tries for the shot. It doesn't go in. Oh, no, Lincoln. No, Lincoln, no. He's trying his damnedest to take that big guy down. For McMurray, bringing it down. Nice far corner. Sharp angle goes way wide. Fort McMurray able to hold it in as he goes down, reaching for the puck. Devo hitting the far corner. Siemens got it on the boards. Chips it out into the neutral zone. That one gets by Richardson. Chips it off the boards and out into the neutral zone again. Fort McMurray able to circle back in, way offside. Jones in for the faceoff with Langley and Bowers on the wing. Lacey and Bisson on D. Oh, Langley taken down right at the faceoff behind the play. Bowers pushed off the puck as the Storm clear the zone. Bisson cross ice. Clark, Lacey backhand. Case and Bowers picking it up. We got 3-on-1 as his passes just ahead of Langley. Goes deep into the corner. Lacey chips it back into the corner. Comes out with it, but gets his pocket picked, and Fort McMurray's down ice. Bowers putting the pressure onto the boards. Ooh, gets by Jonesy, gets by Bisson. Can't get the shot off as the puck goes into the corner. Clark, Lacey over skating it. Backhand pass up to Bowers. Chips it up, doesn't clear the zone. Fort McMurray getting a hard shot going high and wide. That one bounces over the Fort McMurray defenseman and down into their zone as Bowers is putting on pressure. He'll go for a change as we're coming with a skate. Bisson shuts him down. Shot through traffic. That one hits the glass behind James Reed. Fort McMurray controlling this puck in the Storm zone. That one goes high and wide as Reed reaches for it. Clark and Robinson getting that one up to Rushton. He's kind of in on a breakaway attempt. Oh, that one up and over the goalie's head. That one stayed out. Dvorak on the far side. Quick. Out front to Rushton. He sends it back into the corner. Oh, Towers with a missed one-timer attempt as he was being mauled. Just out comes the puck. Humphrey sends it back in around the boards. Come on, guys. Humphreys. Oh yeah. All kinds of head contact. How to be rough! Besides the fist right to the jaw. Tower in for the faceoff on the power play in the Fort McMurray zone. Cormack and Robinson on the wings. Dvorak and Zeman. Goalie will cover up quick and we'll get another faceoff. Fort McMurray coming with a short-handed attempt. They get by Dvorak. Get that shot. It goes way wide. Towers on the far boards to pick it up. Ooh. Tower chips it behind the net. Drops it back to Zeman at the blue line. Ryder Robinson. Whoa, you gotta look at the crowd here. All right. Oh, you guys. Tower able to hold it at the blue line twice. Gets through 3 men. Not able to get the shot off. Gets a cross ice pass. Devo coming up with it. Shoot! Sorry, guys. .110 left in the power play. That one comes out front. Oh, Devo got caught looking as it gets by him and all the way down the ice. .58 seconds left. Here we go, boys. Devo, pass intercepted. Cormac gets in there. Jones up to Cormac. Cormac gets it up to Bowers, waiting at the blue line. He gets it tangled up in his feet, can't get the shot. Jones comes along. I don't even know. Look, Jones and Cormac tag team in to put number 3 on the board. Brogan Jones in for the face-off. Rushton, Robinson on the wing. Lacey and Ritchie on the blue line. Rushton backhands it to Ritchie's deep in the Storm zone. He loses it. Rushton behind the net. Fort McMurray should have picked that up, but they didn't. At backhand pass to center. No one there. Fort McMurray there to pick it up. Ritchie loses it again in front of Reed. Fort McMurray picking it up in the corner as Ritchie lays a hit. Jones behind the net, gets it over. Bad communication.
Your Storm third goal this evening, scored by number 10, Kate Cormac, assisted by number 9, Brogan Jones, and 16, Payson Bowers. Time of that goal, 9.
The third goal getting credited to Cormac from Jones and Bowers. Clark Lacey batting that one off his stick as he goes down ice. That one's flipped up and over, deep in the Storm zone. Clark Lacey behind the net. He's going to skate it for a hot second, pass it up to Langley. Langley will send that one in deep and go for a change. Robinson on the boards. Sends it out front. Ooh, Lacey tipped it to, who was that? Rushton. Couldn't send it home. Robinson wins that one back. Storm get a quick shot off, pad save. Cormac all tangled up, loses his stick in the tussle. Humphreys and Cormac. Cormac comes out with it up to Zeman in the center. He's in on his own. Centering pass gets just past Cormac, goes into the corner. Robinson challenges him. Oh, yes. Zeman kept it in there. Robinson all tripped up. No call. Cormac. Cormac taking the opportunity to put number 4 on the board. Excuse me, could I get a little bit more noise from you in the front? Ooh, we're not quite ready on the face-off here. Langley sending it in deep to the Fort McMurray zone. Case and Bowers on the far boards. He's got 2 men on. Fort McMurray has got that long reach, comes out with it. Storm able to keep it in. Cross ice to nobody. Fort McMurray chipping it out to the neutral zone. Humphreys backhand back into the Fort McMurray zone. They will carry it out to neutral. Puck going off the feet, coming back out. That's a quick shot from Fort McMurray. Goes away wide as they have to get back on side. Langley on the board, sends it out. Nobody there. Come on, Kaysen. Kaysen able to get some momentum and clear it out. And that one's into the benches again.
Storm's fourth goal of this evening, scored by number 10, Kate Cormack, assisted by 71, Ryder Robinson, and 96, Jason. Time of that goal.
Goal number 4, Cormack from Robinson and Zeman. Robinson in for the faceoff. Robinson wins it back to Bisson, over to Ritchie. Ritchie gets that up to Rushton, chips it just ahead. Fort McMurray able to pick that up. Bisson, oh, look out, that kid had a head of steam. Ryder Robinson whiffing on the pass. Oh, and knocking the tripod all over the place. .6:26 left to play here in the second. Time's going by quickly. Storm able to clear it out. Robinson standing as a girl. I don't know what happened. Sorry about the glitch there. Hope you're all still with me. Oh! 3 shots saved. The Storm not able to send that one home. That one's going all the way down the ice for icing. Yeah, kicked me out completely and let me right back in. Continued on. But it like knocked right out of YouTube. Tower in for the faceoff in the Fort McMurray zone. Langley backhand pass to the Fort McMurray player. They don't quite get by Clark Lacey as he'll pick it up behind James Reed. Up to Langley on the boards. Oh, that could have been a boarding call. Storm chips it up. All kinds. Oh, what? Call it. There we go. Jeepers. Tower all hooked, interfered with. Langley gets a shot off as Reed's going to the bench for the extra man. Penalty coming to Fort McMurray for hooking. Hooking, holding, interference, you pick. They're going to call it hooking because he was all up in Tower's business. Storm on the power play. Our meeting of the minds here. What's the plan as Jones is in for the face-off? Jones. Fort McMurray player whipped that one, his own player. Another penalty coming to the Storm. Slash. Not sure who's getting it, but looks like Bauer's going to the box for slashing. Hope he made it a good one. 4-on-4 for 148. Jones, Humphreys, Rushton, and Lacey out on the ice for this shift. Jones back to Lacey. Lacey loses it behind the net. Oh, Fort McMurray coming out with it. James covers up for the face-off. Our Storm defenseman making a wall in front of James Reed, not letting that Fort McMurray player near him. Jones in for the face-off again. Jones battling at the circle. It's in the feet. Comes out to the blue line. They offside. Yes, it was.
Storm penalty number 16, Case and Bowers, 2 minutes for splashing.
I'm just glad the refs are seeing what I'm seeing today. Clark Lacey clearing it out, gets it up. Rushton's got the step on him. Can't get the whole. Jeez, that could have been quite a tripping into the boards if he had gone down. Fort McMurray with a long pass. Clark Lacey tracking. That one goes way across. Fort McMurray picking it up again. 1:09 left in the Fort McMurray. Oh, Humphreys icing. You forgot it's 4-on-4. Or needed to change that bad and didn't care. Tower in for the face-off. Robinson over to, oh my gosh, Bisson over to Richie. Richie back to Bisson. Bisson backhand pass. Doesn't clear it out. Oh my goodness, back to the blue line, shot. Rita, hold on. A big shot from the blue line. Wow, big kid. .38 seconds, and Fort McMurray will go on the power play for 12 seconds. Another shot from that big blue liner. One-timer sent aside by Reed. Centering attempt does not make it there. They will get it back to their blue line. Shot through traffic. Richie picks it up as it comes out. Whiffs on the pass. Yikes. Tower going to pick it up, try to settle it down. 15 seconds left in the Fort McMurray penalty. That shot attempt whiffed by the Fort McMurray player. They get it, send it into the corner. Richie, oh no! What's happening in front of the net? We got away with one. They tried to chip one at James. It went wide of net, so we got a 9-second penalty kill for the Storm. Oh, rebound. Kick save comes out again. We are even strength. Back to the blue line as Bowers gets into play. That one goes high and wide all the way down. Bowers, can he beat him in the race? Bowers putting on some pressure coming out of the penalty box. Devo able to hold it for a second. Cormac turning it around. Okay, guys, talk. Richie and Devo both trying to play the puck there. Devo chipping it into the neutral zone. Cormac's not going to get there before the Fort McMurray player. Cormac over to Zeman. Zeman trying to get through. He's pushed off the puck. Devo sends it in deep as Storm get back onside. 1:55 left to play in the second. Clark Lacey into the corner. Zeman backhand pass behind the net. No one there. It's a big body coming down. He drives to the net as Reed covers up. Atta be Reeder! Dives over Reed as he keeps his cool in the net. Hey, it's not swinging. We're doing good. Who's in there? Kason Bowers in for the face-off with 1:36 left to play in the second. Storm leading 4-2. Langley trying to get it out to Rushton. Gets it just behind him. Fort McMurray able to bring it back in slowly. Sharp angle shot goes behind James Reed. Bowers picks it up behind the net. Looking for some steam up the boards. Can't quite get it. Oh, there's another arm up. Who's getting it this time? That's another Fort McMurray penalty coming. Fort McMurray to the box for 2 for holding. Storm on the power play to finish the second period. Fresh bodies coming. Tower in for the face-off. Cormack and Robinson on the wing. Humphreys and Zeman on the blue line. Fort McMurray clearing it out and down with a hard shot. Reed's got to play it. Humphreys behind the net. Gets that up to Zeman. Zeman cross ice. Robinson picking it up, carrying it in. Drops it back for Tower. Tower gets by his man. Can't get the shot. Humphreys shot through traffic. Blacker saves. Zeman sends it centering pass. Cormack. Oh! It bounced off of something, and they call a no goal. Not sure. Whatever happened, the faceoff's coming outside as he calls a no goal. Tower winning that one back to Zeman with 32 seconds left to play. Zeman cross ice to Humphreys. Humphreys bounced that off a player over to Zeman. Zeman with a hard pass up to Cormack. It goes into the Fort McMurray zone as they whip it down ice. With 19 seconds left to play in the second. Humphreys behind the net. Fort McMurray player there, though. Zeman putting pressure on the far boards. I don't even know what's happening. Ooh, Robinson was up waiting for a long pass. There we go. Second period's over. Storm leading 4-2. Zeman ready to go. First one out while we wait for the puddles to clear. Storm looking like they're going to be starting on a power play. Waiting on the refs because they know we're waiting for puddles. Starting the third, we're going to have Tower, Ritchie, Robinson, Cormack, and Zeman on the ice. Seems to be clearing up a little faster here this second intermission. Tower in for the face-off. Storm leading 4-2 to start the third. Fort McMurray winning that one. Pushed back deep in their zone. Long pass, shot, don't know what. Centering pass comes out. Zeman's got it. Doesn't quite get by his man. Zeman chips it back to Ritchie. 32 seconds left in the Storm power play here to start the third. Ritchie hits Zeman. Zeman walks in. Drops it back to Ritchie. Over to Zeman. Back to Robinson, out to Cormack, and I do believe that's a hattie for Mr. Cormack. Cade Cormack putting number 5 on the board. Jonesy in for the face-off. Fort McMurray winning that one back deep to their zone. Jones putting the pressure on behind the net. Does he come out with it? Gets it back to Humphreys. Humphreys with a shot through traffic. That one goes wide. That shot hits Reed and deflects up into the glass. Kids are so excited. The teenagers are excited to get a puck behind the net.
Storm's fifth goal of the evening, scored by number 10, Cade Cormack, assisted by 71, Ryder Robinson, and 96, Shea Zeman.
Cormack from Robinson and Zeman. Quick shot off the face off. Reed kicks that one to the corner. Humphreys behind the net, whips it around the boards. Just misses Bowers as he gets a tough bounce. Slicing waved off as they say there was a touch. Hits Humphreys at center ice. He'll send it deep into the McMurray zone as he didn't hit his own player with a pass. Tower putting on pressure in front of the Fort McMurray goalie. Because why not circle in front of your goalie when you got the puck? Back to the blue line. Shot through traffic, goes way wide of the net. James scoops that one out and covers it up. It's like he was playing Hungry Hungry Hippos with that glove. It's like Hungry Hippos. Lincoln Tower in for the face-off. Dvorak, Zeman, Lacey, and Langley out there with him. Tower wins it back to the corner. Dvorak all tied up with his man. Stick all up in his armpits. Zeman chips it off the boards behind the net. Tower's there to pick it up. Tries to get a pass across to Zeman. Hits the feet of the McMurray player. Langley chips it out to the neutral zone. Hits Lincoln Tower at center. Gets by his man. Has the puck batted off. Comes out to Zeman out front. Poor McMurray goalie able to cover it up. Robinson in to take the face-off. Jones on the wing. Cormac on the far side. Jones back to Devo. Devo pushed into the storm zone, sends it across to Clark Lacey. Lacey looking for an option. Gets to the red line, sends it in. Fort McMurray picking it up just past their blue line. Cormac sends one towards the net, not able to send it home. Nobody at the blue line there as it comes out and down. Jones will play it behind the net. Devo sends it back over to him in the far corner. Cormac picks it up, sends it out. They will clear it out to the neutral zone. Reader's yelling at his defenseman. We had a cherry picker. Devo able to pick that one up. Fort McMurray holding that one in. Bowers battling him at the boards. They send that one blindly into the storm zone. Bisson able to send it out. He chips it off the boards. That's an icing call.
Come on, boys!
Tower in to take the face-off. Comes back to the blue line. He whiffed on his shot. Fort McMurray keeping control. Sends it into the corner. Tower sends it around the boards. Ritchie's got to get there. Fort McMurray beats him as he dodges what would have been a hit. Tower getting bumped into the boards. That one comes out to Rushton. He sends it up behind Bowers, and that's intercepted. Bowers chopping away at it. Ritchie coming out with it. Brings it up to neutral zone. He's gonna skate it. Gets a shot. It's deflected wide. Dropped behind the McMurray goalie. That pass picked up by Zeman with a quick shot. Goes wide of the net. Comes out near side. They'll send it back to the far corner. Ritchie will circle in the neutral zone. Pass over to Bisson. Missed. It'll push further into the storm zone. He'll send it back over to Ritchie. Ritchie sending it down ice. Misses Langley, and that's icing. Humphrey sends it back in while we reset. Jones behind the net. The guy twice his size, centering pass doesn't quite come out, goes right in front of the Fort McMurray goalie and into the far corner. Zeman digs, comes out with it, sends it back to Humphreys. Shot through traffic, misses the net, bounces out. Backhand attempt by Clark Lacey, hits the post on the other side. Oh, Zeman sends it out. Humphreys gets there, he'll send it back into the corner. Centering pass attempt by Langley as the goalie holds on for the faceoff. Tower in to take the faceoff. Lacey and Humphreys on the blue line. Robinson and Cormack on the wings. Humphreys holds it in, gets it over to Robinson. Robinson up to Cormack. Cormack over to Robinson. Oh, Tower, sorry. Tower can't get the shot off as he was too deep. Humphreys from the blue line, shot through traffic. Tower had to jump. That one deflected wide of the net. Back to Lacey on the far side. Tower knocked down in front of the net, looking for the ref to put his arm up. No dice. Robinson sends it out. Cormack not quite there. Fort McMurray's going to bring it out. Looks like Storm getting a penalty for slashing. Tower. They snagged him off the bench and brought him over to the penalty box. 2 minutes for slashing. Penalty kill. Grand Prairie. Bowers, Rushton, Dvorak, and Richardson on for the Storm penalty kill. Bowers wins that one back to Dvorak in the corner. Dvorak sending it out. Fort McMurray whipping it around boards far side.
2 minutes for slashing.
Richie far corner, can't clear it out. Hendricks there to help. Gets by his man and he backhands it down ice. Frick, this kid's got a long stride. Overskates it as the Storm did not clear it out. Richie able to clear it out on that one. 1:10 left in the penalty to Lincoln Tower. Jones able to stop that. Played the body and missed. Oh, Bowers with a rush down ice and the goalie shuts him down on a shorthanded attempt. Jones in for the face-off. Fort McMurray coming out with it. Taking it around net. Bounced out front. Bisson, oh, couldn't quite hold it, but he shoots it in deep. Pass attempt missed by Fort McMurray. Taking an extra beat. He whips by Jonesy. Loses the puck. Jones circles around in the right direction and skates it down ice. Over to Robinson. Just misses him as they go into the corner. Bisson backhands it far side. Robinson in the chase. Oh, too hard. Gets it to Jones. Jones can't get the shot off because he's trying to settle a bouncing puck. Off Humphrey's feet. 5 seconds left in the penalty. Even strength. Ooh. Dekes them all out and sends one up over Reed's shoulder and in, making it 5-3 here in the third with 11:17 left to play. Langley in for the face-off. Fort McMurray sending it around the boards behind James Reed. Clark Lacey picking it up. Up the boards to Langley and or Cormac. Cormac over to Zeman. Zeman sends a quick one over. Langley ready for the rebound as the goalie holds on tight. Cormac sends one out front. Langley couldn't send it home as it goes to the far corner. Oh, Clark Lacey just pushed back to the red line as he sends it over to Devo. Devo trying to get it to anybody in the middle as it hits a stick on the way by. Storm able to send it in deep to the Fort McMurray zone as they send it around the boards. Gets by Lacey. Langley keeps it in. Takes his tall player down at the Fort McMurray bench. And the backhand pass clears out. No icing as Devo picks it up. Devo dekes out his man behind the net.
Come on, boys. Rush him.
Zeman picking it up on the boards. He'll skate it. He's got Rushton and Cormac with him. That one goes way high of the goalie. Lacey. Oh, Lacey gets it go. Played the body, let the puck out. Oh, it's just laying the shoulders and the elbows out there. Fort McMurray getting her eye on Cade Cormac. That one's batted off his stick. Streaking in comes number 12 with a shot as Reed holds on. 9:38 left to play in the third. That one drops back to the blue line. They opt to dump it into the corner. Richie pins his guy behind the net. Fort McMurray picking it up. Bisson there to stop that pass. That one comes out front. Reed gets his stick on it. Oh, cross ice. Net's off. Net's off. That'd be Reed. Oh, ref gonna give James the talk. Don't even think it was James that knocked the net off, to be quite honest. Rushed it in for the face-off. Richie trying to whip it around the boards and out. Not able to clear as Fort McMurray gets a shot off. Reed holds on. Face-off, glove side, rushed it in for the face-off. That one's in the feet. Fort McMurray coming out with it. Humphreys gets all awkward behind the net, almost loses an edge. Humphreys in the corner alone. Tower picks it up behind the net. He's gonna wheel. Over to Rushton. Oh, Rushton tries to get over. Out and down. No, James will play it, so it's not icing. He passes up to Bowers, who chips it back into the Storm zone and goes for a change. Oh no, Bowers stayed. Tower and Humphreys going for a change. Lacey over to Jones. Jones gonna give himself some space. Play it behind the net. Eat some time. Oh my goodness. Tries for a long pass. It bounces off a shin pad. Bowers able to chip it in deep to their zone, and now he gets to go for a change. Ooh, beats them down there. Can't even tell. That was Langley that beat him. Goalie out of the net. Had a big opportunity. Devo getting a stick on that one. That guy almost had a full-on breakaway. Robinson sends it out into the feet of the Fort McMurray player. That pass to Fort McMurray missed as Devo picks it up, chips it off the boards. Fort McMurray able to pick it up, but they're offside, so he's got to take some time. Ooh, referee in the way. Langley not happy. Jones chips it off the boards and down. Icing waved off. Where is that puck? Where in the world is that puck? On the stick of the Fort McMurray players. They get around Bisson. Oh, James. Oh, James. Oh, they pulled him out to the other side and got the opportunity as he was opened up. Sent it home as he was looking to cover it. Making it 5-4 with 7:05 left to play. That short bench being felt by the Storm here in the third. Tired bodies. Towers, Zeman, Cormac, Ritchie, and Bisson out there. Let's go, White! Pushed him outside, gets the shot on James. He'll squeeze it tight for the face-off. Ritchie over to the far corner. Pass up to Zeman, who was waiting. Drop pass to Cormac. Cormac couldn't control it. It goes behind the net. He gets it up front. Zeman was going the wrong direction. Couldn't get the shot off. That one goes off Towers' feet. Zeman in there. Tower able to pick it up. Cormac with him. Zeman over there. Sent it out front. No one there. Humphreys sends it into the corner. Tower behind the net. Sends it out front. Rip it, rip it, rip it! Oh, Ritchie with a shot blocked by the Fort McMurray player. Oh, really? Humphreys behind the net. Tangled up with his man, pinched him into the boards. Jones into support. Oh, Humphreys had it around the boards. Ref got in the way. Ritchie gets it up to Zeman. Zeman sends it out to Jonesy. Pocket pick, center ice. Ritchie's going to pick it up. Skate. He's got a lane. Bad change as Ritchie gets through on a breakaway. And a big save by the Fort McMurray goalie. He was like, oh my gosh, all this space. Jones at the face-off. Bowers and Rushton on the wings. Devo and Lacey on the blue line. Also, it's a false start there. Kicked out.
Your 50-50 draw is taking place. The number is 706-93897. Blue ticket.
Nobody even asked me if I wanted to buy a 50-50. Pinch, 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 pinch. Clark. Jones in there. Oh, Jones trying to get it to Rushton. Bowers with a long reach to keep it in. Devo at the blue line. Over to Bowers. It's in his feet. Back to, bounces over Devo's stick and down. Lacey's got his back into the corner. Chips it up ice. Just bounces past Rushton. Into neutral. Jonesy looking for options. Knows there's a big man coming. Sends it over to Devo. A pass intercepted. Devo will try it again. He'll chip it off the boards. Bowers chips it into the neutral. Henrik Rushton able to pick it up. Gets a shot. That's deflected. Ooh, Tower catches a bounce. That one goes way wide into the corner. Devo not able to hold it in. Cross ice to Bisson, who just bobbled it. Fort McMurray's got a chance to control the play here. Fort McMurray behind the net. Sends it out front. Reed will cover that one up easy as he couldn't get the shot off. Attaboy, Reed!
Once again, the 50-50 was a blue ticket, number 897, and your prize has been claimed. Thank you all for supporting your junior welcome.
Who do we got? Richie, Humphreys, Robinson. Langley looking for the centerman as Jones joins us on the ice. Kicked out. Langley will step in and take the face-off. Nope, Robinson will step in and take the face-off. Robinson wins to the corner. Richie's got it. Backhand pass up the boards. Quick shot by the D-man. Deflected wide into the corner. Langley up to Robinson. Robinson sends it cross ice. No one there. Fort McMurray picks it up. He tries to poke it at James. James will cover up. McMurray winning that. Quick shot by the D-man. Sent aside easy by James Reed. Langley chips it off the boards out into the neutral zone. Another quick one back at Reed as it bounces off the backboards. Humphreys chipping it off the boards out into the neutral zone. They send it back in. Need to get back onside. Richie will pick it up behind the net. He whips it down ice. Icing. Cormac, Zeman, Lacey, and Humphreys. 3:36 left to play. I could have swore it was 4:06. Looks like they ran the clock, or I just not paying attention. Tower in for the faceoff. Humphreys tied up. Fort McMurray picking it up in the corner. Humphreys throwing his weight around out there. Come on, Zeman. Zeman chips it out to the neutral zone. I do believe the Fort McMurray goalie will be looking for an opportunity to go to the bench. Zeman loses it at the blue line. Fort McMurray picking it up. They'll send it in deep around the net. Reed will stop it behind the net. Oh, Reeder trying to play the body. Went down awkwardly. Did not work well in his favor, I don't think. Oh, centering pass. No one there to get it. Comes back to the blue line. Pressure, wide pressure! Zeman comes out with it. He's got room. Go, 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 go. Shoot! Shoots. Rebound goes into the far corner. 2:35 left to play here in the third period. Storm leading 5-4. Boys go for a quick change as Fort McMurray's sending it way down ice for icing. Jones, Bowers, Rushton, Dvorak, and Lacey. Fort McMurray winning that one back to the corner. Chipping it by Dvorak as Jones is there to pick up traffic. Lacey playing the body as Rushton's got to go for it behind the net. Backhand pass over to Bowers in the corner. Try and catch the corner. Bowers behind the net. Off the boards, but not out. In the feet, not going anywhere. Lacey, cross ice, Bowers. Quick shot, Reed will hold on for the face-off with 1:46 left to play. Tower, Lacey, Dvorak, Robinson, and Langley out there. I do believe the goalie's going to make an attempt. No, looks like he's going to, but he's not. Fort McMurray able to get another shot. That one goes wide. Devo able to send it down ice. Icing. 1:35 left to play. And the Fort McMurray goalie is to the bench. Timeout called. Face off in the Storm zone. Fort McMurray with the extra attacker and an empty net as Towers in to take the face off. Tower sends it out. Fort McMurray's quick shot. Blocker save. That's out to the corner. Lacey pins him. Oh, who sent that down? Langley sends it down ice for icing. 1:21 left to play. Back to the blue line, shot through traffic. Reed will hold on. Tower drops that back to the corner. Devo is tied up with his man. Backhands it up the boards. Can't clear it out. Ryder Robinson chips it down nice. Blue liner with a shot through traffic. Ooh, a deflection almost goes in. Tower behind the net. Robinson whips it down ice. 56 seconds left to play. Cormac in for the face-off. Fort McMurray winning it back to their blue line. Shot through traffic, goes off Cormac. Cormac able to clear it out. Cormac picks it up. Can't control it. Fort McMurray carried it down with 41 seconds left to play. Dvorak laying the body far side. Fort McMurray dropping it back. Quick shot through traffic. Rebound comes out. Jonesy's there to pick it up. Plays it behind net. Sends it down ice. Doesn't hit the net. Icing is called with 26 seconds left to play. Reminder, the Fort McMurray net is empty. They've got the extra attacker. Storm leading 5-4. 26 seconds left to play. Zeman able to clear it out. Zeman picking it up again. Can't control it. Fort McMurray sending it back in. 16 seconds left to play. Oh, they didn't send it back in. It's stuck out here in the neutral zone. Just tie it up, boys. Tied up at the boards. Devo, pinch. Ooh, stick it to the boards. Woo-hoo! Storm win. Storm taking the win on the first game of a 2-game series this weekend.
You guys got to fight with referee. Girls are oh, yeah. Not a couple.
Clark Lacey leading the handshake line here today.
They're coming in off 300, you were? Huh?
Tower. Lavoy. We're playing leapfrog in the handshake line, and we will see you guys tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. from the Anzac Arena just outside Fort McMurray.